Alright, there we go. Like we're live? Looks like we're in game. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Fable. We're wandering about a little bit. I have some main quests to do, which we can do tonight. So I have some hanging about to do.
You're invincible!
Aw, thanks.
Woohoo!
Have a nice visit.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been a little bit since we've played Fable. So let's get back into the swing of things, shall we?
What does liberator
Actually,
mean?
let me see. What are our quests? We have the sick child still. We gotta find a another mushroom somewhere. The bounty. Okay, no, that's a hidden treasure run. That's evil. Chicken kicking. Book collection, which we can just gradually do this, although that takes time. In-game time. Fishing competition. Sword in the Stone. I think we have to have full renown. Something like that. Temple of Light. Give a bunch of money to the temple. Current objective is to kill the assassin for his dirtbag guard brother. I don't know if we should do that. And then hero dolls. Alright, something we can do. Eventually. But no, let's actually start with the, let's begin with the main quest, shall we? Now, before we do that, though, I wanted to bring up that you will see, perhaps, over there maybe,
I think a beer.
if I know my YouTube UI well enough. I have set us a... excuse me. I've set us a goal for this live stream for several super chats. Which, if you didn't know this, my channel is officially monetized. Now that does not mean I run ads. Any ads that you see are still because YouTube puts them on there against my will. I'm still gonna commit to not, at least never putting ads on my assignments. I'm not putting ads on anything that I'm, assigning to students. So anything I happen to be currently teaching is gonna be ad free for anybody. At least once I get to that tier of monetization, and I can do that. Hopefully, I'd like to do that. But for now, though, I do have super chats and super gifts, or whatever they are. And a goal I've got up there of 10 super chats is for, is basically the idea is to help me offset the cost of Greedfall 2, which I'd like to start next
a drink
week.
for me, please.
Depends on when I get that in. If we get the money raised for it, I think it's currently going for, I think it's $39.99, something like that. Whatever it is on Steam, you can find it. If I get that in before Tuesday, that means that'll be our new Tuesday stream.
Hooray!
If I don't get it in by Tuesday, and I have to make up the difference,
Come
then that'll make up our new Thursday stream, and we'll be doing Fable again on Tuesday to try and make some money and make up the difference. Hey, folks.
Cool. Woohoo! Liberator.
I have some cash.
Nine. Yeah.
All right.
You have yourself a night.
Oh, hello there. Oh, yes. You're well known enough to come in.
Excellent. Yeah, but why'd you close the door? Does it have to be daytime? Oh. Okay. That was weird.
Welcome to Barstone North, hero. This is a quiet district, and we like to keep it that way. We don't tolerate uncivil behaviour here, so mind you don't end up in our holding cell. We have a raving lunatic locked up right now, but he won't be seeing many more sunrises, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Now, Lady Grey desires to speak with you. You'll find her grace in the gardens outside of Mansion. This is a great honour, even for a hero, so mind your manners.
Can I talk to this raving lunatic? I'm morbidly curious. Oh, who's that?
Ah, how nice.
You're trespassing.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize. I should have realized, but I did not. Oh well. I do have to...
Enjoy yourself.
I kind of have to say, I like that about this game.
Heard any good gossip?
That the expectation is not that you can just wander into anyone's house. That there is such a thing as trespassing. Most games at this time, that was not really a thing. The expectation was that you're the player character. You can go wherever the hell you like.
Hello. You know, a man of your status ought to pay a visit to the mayor. She lives in Bowerstone Manor, the big building over by the shop.
Okay, I do that.
We're all... Finally, someone to talk to. You've got to help me out. The mayor's having me executed. That's what happens when you start asking too many questions round here. That woman is a demon, but no one will believe me. Just because I was wrong about the guards controlling our dreams by spiking our water supplies. Her sister was an angel. Would have made a wonderful mayor. And I know Lady Grey killed her. I just know it. You have to help me prove it. Otherwise, Bowerstone will remain in her clutches, and I'll be executed.
Yeah, well, at least let's investigate, right? I mean, speaking of conspiracy theories surrounding the murder of well-known political figures, speaking of, excuse me. First of all, I apologize. I'm still getting over that cough I had last week, so I'm gonna be muting if I have time to, and hacking up a lung or two. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, speaking of conspiracy theories surrounding the murder of well-known political figures, there's been news, if you can call it that, in the Charlie Kirk case, that that there was no match found between the bullet fragments and the alleged murder weapon, the rifle that what's his name, gay furry guy was had, which, like, some people are freaking out about this in positive and negative ways. There are some people who are dancing "I told you so's," or at least were, and saying, "Aha! I knew that it was. See, this shows that there was more to it than this, and that I was right all along." Whatever. But like, if you actually like read past the headline, that's not actually the case, right? The what they actually found was that there was no conclusive evidence linking the bullet to the rifle, which, given that it was fragmentary, like, that's not the least bit surprising. So, as far as I'm concerned, this changes nothing. If you already had good enough reason to believe that there was more going on in the case, that Gay Furry was not the lone gunman solely responsible, then, well, now you have just the same reason to believe that. If you already believed that he was the only one responsible, that he went crazy one day and killed Charlie Kirk for his gay tranny furry lover, then, well, this doesn't actually change that. It doesn't give you more evidence or less evidence. It's just officially nothing new. That's basically what we have going on. Which, yeah, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. I would like for there to be something conclusive to come out one way or another. I kind of have to withhold my judgment, but if you were to force me to pin down a most likely scenario, it would be that, yeah, he probably did fire the shot. I have been convinced, mostly by John, but also by some others. John Shepard, he's been on the channel before. If you're in Discord, you know him, or if you're following me on Twitter, you've seen me repost his stuff. That yeah, bullets do weird stuff, and that shot was unlikely, but perfectly plausible. So I'm not completely discounting the maybe a cooler charge 308, if I'm using the terms correctly, could have caused that wound. Possible. What I do think, in terms of conspiracies, is that, one, all of the TPUSA people and a lot of the associated folks were acting really weirdly shortly afterwards. So at the very least, they were acting inappropriately in reaction to or in response to their boss taking a bullet in the neck. They didn't handle it well, at the very least. What's also, I think, likely, but obviously not confirmed, is that I doubt that Robinson, the gay furry guy, acted alone. I think that he was intentionally radicalized, and he was some kind of an asset that for somebody, some organization, some intelligence agency, whatever, that either got off his leash, which happens with a lot of these guys. That also seems to be what happened with the second Trump shooter, the one on the golf course. Either he got off his leash, or this was planned out, or at least he was radicalized by some group or something that led to this, or something like that, right? There's more going on behind the scenes with that guy. Than for him to just, wake up one morning and go, I'm going to kill Charlie Kirk today with Grandpa's old gun. No. And yeah, his widow Erica's been acting really weird. She's not the weirdest. She's not been acting the weirdest. The weirdest behavior I've seen is from a lot of the TPUSA executives. Andrew Colvett, Josh Hammer, a bunch of those people have been acting really, really suspiciously. Immediately before and immediately after his death, Charlie's death. And I don't mean suspiciously even to imply that they were involved, because for all I know, I have no good reason to think they were, right? But I do have reason to think that they took advantage of his murder. And that's slimy, at the very least. Maybe they were involved. It's possible. But again, I don't have any evidence to make accusations like that, so I'll leave that to other people to make those accusations and dig. Ideally, other people who don't have prosecutorial discretion. Again, one of the benefits of there being someone like Candace Owens. She's going to keep digging, no matter what. You cannot stop her. The president of France is suing her because she said that his wife has a wiener. So, I sound better than last week. Well, thank you. I feel much better than last week. Still coughing, but I feel much better. I mean, like you said, yeah, the game and the graphics are very old, so cool. I mean, looking better on the new laptop, great. Probably mostly the lighting. Honestly, the lighting engine in the game is actually really good. Especially for this being when this came out, 2002, I think. Older than some of my viewers. Excuse me again. Again, at least I got to mute in time there. But anyway, let's investigate. Let's do ourselves a Candace Owens and dig.
Yes, finally! We're going to bring that crazy witch down!
Or not.
All you need to do is get her dead sister to tell you what really happened.
Excuse me?
Don't give me that look. We all know ghosts exist. You've seen them. I've seen them. We've all seen them. Lady Gray's sister, Amanda, had a sweetheart called Rodri. Nice guy, usually hangs out in barrow fields. If anyone knows how to entice her out of oblivion, it's him.
Okay. I'm not gonna go into the jail. I'm gonna...
I don't want you to know the truth!
You know what? I'm gonna go check this out. I'm gonna go straight in and I'm gonna check this out.
Have a safe visit.
He's also moved up to an ISP level screen panel. No. ISP, or IPS level screen panel. Meaning like the actual hardware of the screen? By the way, I will let you know, I'm out of date when it comes to laptop tech. Because, as I've said, I haven't bought a laptop in over 10 years. So, I'm a little behind things on that. I'll also say that, yes, while I do have a new monitor, my other monitor is a 15-year-old television. Actually, it's older than that. I bought this TV that is my my second monitor. I bought this... excuse me. I bought this TV when I went to college in 2009. Where's Barrow Farm? Barrow Fields. All the way down there. Okay. Well, let's just teleport then, shall we? That's rather far. Okay. I'll also say, I am sort of running into that problem where, I don't know if this happens to, I don't know who this happens to. It's a common thing. I feel like it probably is, but, wait, no, not that way, this way. Where you cough so much that the pressure makes your head hurt. Oh, yeah, because I've got a bit of a pressure headache, because of all the coughing I've been doing for the last few days.
Pointless.
What do you...
Oh no, not again. Another bony adventurer. I'm not interested in your meager frame. Get some meat on you.
Gotta upgrade my...
I want beefy,
upgrade my
rubbery,
beef.
plump, porcine. Stop being a slave to public perception and treat yourself. Pies, meat, beer, anything, but lots of it. Eat yourself large, and you'll be welcome here.
I'm not sure if that literally means that. Like, I should
said
just be
every
eating
day
stuff,
would
or
be
if
a
this is
little
a...
better.
I just need
Lying.
the... to increase my buffness, or whatever stat.
I don't... Amanda? Yes, of course, I knew her. I think about her all the time. She was so beautiful, so pure. She was afraid her sister would find out about us and use it against her, stop her from becoming mayor. I'm no noble, after all. So, we'd meet in secret in the grey house cellar. I would sneak out to the stables and flash my lamp 3 times to let her know I was there. One night, she didn't come out, and I found the cellar door locked. Her sister, Elvira, Lady Grey as she's now known, told me she had died of some terrible illness. Then the house was abandoned, and I never even got to... I'm sorry. It's too painful to talk about.
If I flash my lantern 3 times in the stables, I bet that would work. Perhaps.
You have yourself a nice day.
Thank you, sir. I hope I do. Ugh. Where's the sales
We're
guy?
all so thrilled to see you.
Oh, there he is.
Don't look like... I think we can do a special offer
Set below
for you, sir.
OLED. Okay. What's he want? Beer and cider, huh? Oh my god. I'm very sorry about all that. No. We'll buy that for the wife. Yeah. No.
Your arena triumph is incredible. And you showed such mercy by letting Whisper live. Oh, what can I do you for?
Yeah, I'll just go to Oakvale. Right there. You can walk there, and then I'll teleport from there. Why not? This way. I need to use this music for something in D&D. It's so mystical and majestic. And mysterious. And a little tiny bit sinister. There's just a lot to it, you know?
Ah, life is... Hello, dearest husband.
Here.
Oh, that's beautiful. Together forever.
Hey.
I was thinking, I'm so happy with you.
Aw, thanks. Alright, let's see. 1,000.
Ah, life
I mean, I could.
is good.
Not at the moment. Let's teleport. Back to Barstone.
May I help, or are you just looking around?
I hope you're busy.
Run up to the school. Let's give them a book. Let's find where the stables are that they're talking about.
Go for it! Come on!
Money.
Woo! Woohoo!
No teacher. Not yet.
Hey look! It's Liberator! Killer of dragons!
I don't remember killing any dragons, but okay. That. I'm gonna have to do that a lot. It's still going through that.
Yes! Hooray!
I know. Yeah. Worth the decor. Make a little more money off it. Shall we? Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yay! It's you!
Where's the teacher? The green dot, him coming? There he is.
Any books for us to... Why, this book would be perfect. I've yet to meet a child who isn't fascinated by dragons.
Now, the Kingdom Come Deliverance, Kingdom Come Deliverance, that will make a difference. Yeah, here you go.
Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn.
But yeah, it's, that game has
A
some
long
impressive
time
visuals.
ago,
I will say the lighting in
well
this game
before
is
the
quite
age of the Old Kingdom, the skies of Albion were full of fearsome, majestic dragons. They flew wherever they wished, ate the people's livestock, rained down fire on their villages, and distressed their damsels. Then came the kingdom of Archon, and with it heroes who hunted the dragons for sport, almost driving them to extinction. Before long, every home in Albion had dragon scale curtains, dragon claw back scratchers, and dragon foot paperweights. The few remaining dragons fled to the northern wastes, and there they remain to this day. Though they are nowhere near as powerful now as they once were, they still represent a hero's ultimate test.
I mean, understandable and probably for the
Do you
best.
have a dome? Oh, the children are always asking me about the arena. Oh, they'll love this.
It's unreal.
Yes.
Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take
Let's
such
just go
a
through a
keen
bunch of these, shall we?
interest in education.
I will say about the dragon thing, that is clearly a an overpoaching kind of allegory, but
Yes, hooray!
you can't really apply lessons like that to dragons because they're wildly destructive, and that was obviously a good and heroic thing to have done.
Yay!
Hi, Imsip, how you doing?
Yes, hooray!
How many of you have been to the Witchwood Arena? Ah, but have you ever stopped
Really?
to look at the statues in the Hall of Heroes? Some of the greatest heroes in Albion's history are celebrated there. Mighty champions who conquered the arena and the people's hearts. In the days of the Old Kingdom, heroes would lead their fans into battles, so they could see their skill and bravery in combat.
Really?
But all too often, spectators would find themselves torn limb from limb by balverines, or caught in the backwash of a hero's spell. And so, the arena was built in Witchwood, to give heroes a permanent stage on which to fight their duels without endangering the audience.
That's good, I guess.
Creatures are brought there from all over Albion for heroes to face, and the battles get more elaborate with every year that passes. But one rule remains unchanged. Should either hero wish it, the final battle between them can be fought to the death.
Go for
It's a little bit uncivilized, honestly. We'll come back and do some more later, shall we?
To see Thunder fight there.
Let's find these stables, wherever that is.
He means business.
So you're the one they call? He don't look like no liver.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, the stable's in the Grey House region. Okay. Good is here.
Here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to talk to me?
Good to see you.
What now? This isn't the Grey House region?
Hello there.
This isn't the Grey House, is it?
So you're the one they call Liberator, eh?
That's the...
What a nice chap.
Where's the Grey House?
Hey! It's all a big conspiracy, can't you see?
Marston Jail. That has to be it.
Crop circles, abductions, nymph sightings, it all adds up! Tear the wool from your eyes, don't be sheep!
Hello there, sire.
Sure. Go on break. I shouldn't have done that. Why did I waste
Hey,
money?
old friend.
Whatever.
Ha!
I guess I have to talk to her. Maybe then she'll let me into the house? Something like that. I don't know.
So, you're the one everyone is talking about. I must say, you have me intrigued.
She certainly seems
Will you
evil.
walk with me to the courtyard? I would so love to speak with you. It's lovely here, don't you think? But sometimes it feels like the loneliest place in the world. You see, I haven't married yet. Somehow I've never met a man worthy enough. I've always known that only someone who could conquer the arena could conquer me. Perhaps you could bring me a gift from town. I'm sure you can find something fitting for a lady.
And see, here I thought I wouldn't need the bonk screen for this game. I have to give her a gift in order to gain entrance. All right, let's see.
You can't give me something you haven't got. It makes me wonder what else you're lying about.
I have a diamond. Here, have an emerald.
Thank you so much.
That was a
Where's
gift.
my present? I thought you were getting a gift worthy of me.
That's quite the camera angle, isn't it? All right, let's see. I just gave her an emerald for nothing. Okay.
Shops are now closing.
And shops are closing. Okay, great.
Good to see you. Hey, old friend.
What a nice chap.
Hello. You killed the legendary White Balverine. The arena is the place for you. Ha. Ha.
Ha!
I'm gonna go home and back real quick. Sleep overnight. And back in the morning, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, she has the very the bearing of a I guess you'd say like a shallow noble woman, if you want, something like that. Something like that.
I'm lucky to be so happy.
Absolutely. Sleep till morning.
Together forever. My hero and me.
Let's recall. Yeah, it's the transactional
Lovely.
nature of in any kind of interpersonal relationships that
Good to see you.
that
Greetings.
seems to
Nice
fit
to see
with
you again, sir.
with a kind of
Looking to make a
fairy tale
purchase?
caricature of nobility.
You're sure
you
to
know?
find something to suit you.
Let's see, what do you want? You're offering pittances for all of this. I feel like this is the right thing.
You killed the legendary white ballerine. The arena is the place for you.
All right, let's see what we can do here. See if she likes a black rose.
He's a good un.
Oh, that's beautiful. I knew you'd have a romantic soul. Not like some heroes. Of course, a woman in my position can't marry into poverty. The very least one can expect is that a man will have his own house.
I have 2.
I'm so pleased to hear you have a house. I wouldn't want to think you wanted to marry for the money. Would you do something heroic for me now? A while ago, I lost a necklace. It is most precious to me. Perhaps you could investigate round town. Someone must know its whereabouts.
Please go on an absurd fetch quest. Oh boy. All right.
He's a good un.
Liberator! Hey!
I'm becoming more and more confident that our crazy guy over here is on something.
Tear the wool from your eyes! So they used to meet in the cellar? Perfect. Must have been pretty damp, though. Anyway, go to the stables and flash your lamp 3 times. Her love for Rodri should summon her spirit. We'll soon find out what really happened. And watch out for the horse dung.
Okay, but where
It's
are
all
the
a big conspiracy, can't you
stables?
see?
Liberator.
Oh. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Ah, dang it. Sorry. Alright. Well, let's go down there and try that, shall we? Oh, there is apparently a, there's a teleport at the Grey House, I think. Anyway, let's see if we can find out how to get there, huh? Through there, maybe? Through the, swamp? Is it right near that evil altar of evil? Oh no, never mind, it's right here. It was easy.
So, you finally met Jack of Blades. I met him long ago, of course, when he burned down our home and cut out my eyes. But he wasn't lying when he said he knew where Mother was. He's kept her in Bargate Prison ever since the night of the raid. I haven't been able to get inside, but the archaeologist knows of an ancient secret passage. You've met him already, haven't you? Jack's creatures are still after him, just like they're after me. I can't stay here much longer. I've left the details in a quest card at the guild. You have to get Mother out. She's the only one who knows how to reach the sword. You did read the book I sent, didn't you? The sword is everything, and it could turn the world to nothing. Oh, and Mother has a gift for you too. More power than you can imagine.
Oh. Interesting.
Check the guild for more quests.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh. Evil! Is it the sister's grave? Ooh. Cool clock. Spooky. Very spooky. Ruby. Very nice. Let's read that. Actually, wait, hold on. Let's do that first real quick. Inventory. Item. Other. No. Hero status. Not bad. There's books. Ah. I, Elvira Grey, known from this day forth as Lady Grey, have come of age and finally to the power I have so longed for. This day marks a turning point for the Grey family, an end to weakness, indecision, and regret. As I look back on my past, my only dissatisfaction lies in wasted time. I wish that the masked messenger whose words made the world so clear to me had arrived earlier in my life. Tonight, I take my leave of this house and begin anew. Our stone, find its new leader, formidable woman. Very interesting. Is that evidence? Those potions, huh? I have to do it. That's what I do. I need 10 keys. How many do I have? Normal beard. No. Okay. Teddy bear. Some kind of will-o-wisp. Let's see. Where's the stables? Where are the stables? Oh, they're by the entrance. I see. I think. Gotta be, right? I'd probably kill those things, right? Save on 2. Yeah, let's see. I did kill her, right? Yeah, I think so.
Single men not allowed. Need a ball and chain. A posh one with a title.
Ah, with a title. I'm going to say, I am married. Oh. Oops. Try again. It's easy. Ooh, nice. Heal up a bit. All right. So now we've got to go over to and summon ourselves a ghost, shall we? Here's the stables. Okay. All right, then. Look at that. There wasn't even a prompt for it. It was just use this item. Use your thing. Neat. Ooh. Very spooky. Oh, and yet, how am I going to get in? Oh, that's how.
Rodri, is that you? I've waited for you so long and I... Wait, you're not Rodri. I prayed that he would rescue me, but he never came. When the air ran out, I closed my eyes and imagined I was dying in his arms. Now I'll never see him again. And my sister has taken everything. People must know the truth about her. Take this letter. Show the world what really happened.
Okay. Well, I come on behalf of dear Rodri. Schooled. Oh, here she is.
So, now you know the truth. Amanda was a weak, romantic fool. She didn't have what it takes to run Bowerstone. She would have turned the whole place into an egalitarian slum. But don't worry your pretty head with such big words. We can still be together. You can still have me. Wouldn't you like to be mayor? Think of the power. It can all be yours. Just hand over the letter.
No. I cannot believe that she is, first of all, this shallow, but then also willing to allow somebody into her life as her husband to have real political power that we've seen, and to have this over her. I don't know. That seems like she is just either desperate, stupid, or has a really weird kink.
What? No one refuses Lady Grey. No one. You're just like the rest of those imbeciles, infecting my city with their petty little lives. Fine then. Tell everyone. Have your moment of glory. But I will return one day, and I will wash away all the filth with your blood. Remember that, hero.
It's that simple, huh? You're just... gonna go?
There's an important quest card at the guild for you.
I know. Alright, let's see. Increases my mana pool. Very nice. Appreciate that. I'm expecting... Oh, there's the ambush. Whoops. Whoops. Uh-oh. What's with that? Got some electro zappo. Something. I missed. Really? This is quite effective. Honestly. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Okay. That was quite cool. A lot, that was really impractical, but it was very cool. Nice. Whap. Take all that experience, please. Thank you. Swip. You ugly mug. Okay. That'll do. Okay. I think I should just probably teleport back, right? Right? Hold on. No. Where is that? Taylor Maxley. Huh. No, it's just... Alright. Maybe it's an item. I didn't look. I should. Oh well. Alright, let's get back to Bowerstone, shall we? Yeah. Let's go.
Sentenced to death for
Take
speaking
it carefully now.
without justice. I was right. So she did kill her sister. Wow. I've never been right before.
I know that feeling, buddy.
No one will call me crazy Gethin after this. Lady Grey passed through here earlier,
I still will.
and it looked like she was leaving for good. Now, if you would just tell the sheriff to let me out, he might even have a reward for you.
Where is he?
Unless he's secretly Jack of Blades in a cunning disguise. Yes, that would make sense. I'll have to tell everyone as soon as I'm free.
No, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Ah, there is an important quest card to guild for you.
I know. Shh. No. Is he in the jail? Maybe. It would kind of make sense, right? Where's the sheriff? Windmill Hill. Huh? I've been there. I will have to at some point, but not yet.
Take it carefully now. Ha!
You're not the sheriff? Is it the one in the nicer uniform over here? Yes, it is. It's you.
Unbelievable! So Gethin was right all along! Oh, I suppose we'd better release him.
Yep, think so.
He'd better not start that nonsense about me spiking the water supply again, though. We'll have to find a new mayor, too. Huh. I don't suppose you'll be interested in the job. You have proved your worth after all.
Yeah, why not? I'll do it. Huzzah! The Liberator of Bowerstone. I like it. I like it. Ah, the faceless clock, I see. Cool. And yet I still can't carry weapons in the city. That seems a little silly. Whatever though. What in the world is that? Is this the Bower Stone? Maybe? I don't know. You know what? That's ostentatious. Perhaps even a bit excessive. Oh, a silver key. Okay. All that for a silver key. Alright, well, I guess I'm mayor now, though. That's cool. I wonder if this will have any further impact and implications as to, doing anything. Oh, we'll find out. Neat. Man, I will say, this game has a lot of,
Good to see you.
I don't know, call it power fantasy to it. Hey, what if I could, and then just name your list of odd desires that you might have in a fantasy game world. Oh man, cool though. Indeed. Right, it's nearly dawn, so we're going to soon give another book to the school. Right. Just yet. I gotta collect my
You have
rent.
yourself a nice day.
This is quite a nice house. Maybe wifey and I should move here. Alright, let's see. Oh, gosh. What else I got? Urinals. Murder. Light. Split the stone. Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else new. So, alright, let's go back to the guild, shall we? So, I had a thought the other day that would probably annoy a lot of people. So let's go for it. I thought of a perhaps surprising but significant comparison. No, no. Let's go check out that windmill, actually, before we do that. Anyway, while I yap about this. I thought of a significant comparison between one Martin Luther of Protestant Reformation fame and J.K. Rowling. It's not that they have anything in common, but rather that their respective relationships to the various social movements at which they find themselves at or around the head has a lot of parallels. But what I mean by that, the parallelism I mean to draw out here, is that both were rather radical progressives in their own sorts of causes, whether that is the ecclesiastical and liturgical reforms and schisms, if you will, by Martin Luther, or the political progressivism of J.K. Rowling in the 90s and noughties. Maybe I should apply that to my bow. In both cases, both were rather radical, right? Yeah. But in both cases as well, despite being radical initially, they then sort of remained in their ideological places. And because they remained in their ideological places, rather than, advancing.
Here's the important quest card of the guild for you.
They became instead seen as regressives in a lot of ways. They are perfect exemplifications, the both of them, of the revolution eating its children, or not eating its children, of the revolution eating its initial revolutionaries, if you'd rather. Whoever starts off a revolution in that sort of revolutionary spirit is soon going to find itself as Robespierre did, for example. Robespierre, right? Under the guillotine. I'm dead over here. Interesting. Because we have the slogan of the radical Reformation that came after Martin Luther of always reforming, semper reformandum, right? Which is essentially to say that Luther and the early reformers were seen as conservative and even far too papist and far too Catholic for their tastes. Excuse me again. Then, of course, later we don't just get the radical reformers, the Anabaptists, even the Zwinglians, and those sorts, right? You get the even more radical, call them reformers if you like, of today. You've got the, for example, the Archbishopess of Canterbury and such like, which, I mean, any of the reformers, Luther not least of which, would have found that to be absolutely ridiculous, radical, blasphemous, unacceptable. Correct. Similarly, excuse me, we have J.K. Rowling, who was, at the time, really a political radical, and she was all for LGBTQ, or at least LGB, all them rights, if you want.
There!
There we go. But then again, once the revolution sort of moved on, she was no longer radical enough for her former allies, and she became the enemy. She became regressive. She became a so-called TERF, which, by the way, if you actually know what TERF means, what that actually stands for, what that's an acronym for, it all becomes quite clear. She is a trans-exclusionary radical feminist. Right, even the term acknowledges that, yeah, no, she's still a radical feminist. It's just she's not quite, radical enough or in the right ways for the modern crop of activists. And so again, what we often find, if not always, is the revolution moving on, and the former leaders of that revolution are the new targets, the new retrogrades. Got something. I didn't take a second to look. There we go. Anyway, just something I was sort of thinking of, that there are these funny little parallels that would, I'm sure, bother quite a few people.
This'll hurt.
I got a doll of me in Union Jack undies. Okay. That's cute.
There is an important quest card at the guild for you.
Oh. Please. Anyway, moving along. Gibbet Woods is a new place.
See him? No, not. Keep your eyes peeled.
Ow.
Yes! Chin up. There's the way. I'll not spare you. Stay alert. See him? I can take the pain.
Okay, there we go.
He's well armed.
Oh, jeez.
I can see him come on.
Finish that off. Anyway, speaking of the revolution marching on and destroying its predecessors, Headsman Taylor Prison Pen. Fascinating. These are awful names for awful things, aren't they? Speaking of, though, I talked last week a little bit about Martyr Maid's podcast, Enemy: The Germans' War, which was about the Second World War from the perspective of the Germans. Or strictly speaking, the episode that was out, the first episode, was about the First World War from the German perspective and how it sort of led into the Second World War. And now, in case you didn't see this, I would highly recommend checking it out. Daryl Cooper just released a new episode. This one about the sort of ending of the First World War and the sort of transition into the Weimar period of Germany, which is a fascinating story. And it's really going into a lot of the social and political the social and political chaos that led to the rise of a party like the National Socialists. And a large part of that, frankly, was a large part of at least what he lays out, I guess, is the threat posed by the Bolsheviks. Specifically, the Bolsheviks in Germany, right? We're not talking about the threat of, like, Soviet Russia or anything like that. But we're talking about communism as a social and political movement in Germany essentially after the fall of the German Empire, of the Hohenzollern dynasty, and the sort of expulsion of the Kaiser right near the end of the war. Because the expulsion of the Kaiser was really seen as a kind of social revolution. It was a kind of moderate socialist, but like a democratic socialist, if you will, revolution. But of course, what that leads to is it gives red meat to the actual socialists, the radical socialists, the communists, to want to continue the revolution. And what that obviously leads to is a lot of sane people saying, whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Do not let these evil psychopaths anywhere near power. Especially having just seen the chaos that was happening in Russia as a result of their Bolshevik revolution.
There is an important quest card.
This'll hurt.
Keep your eye. I can take the pain.
Whew. Yeah, it's part of what's fascinating about the whole trend, that whole period of history, especially in Germany, but in general, of these sort of encroaching social revolutions that became either democratic socialism or the sort of modern center-left, or outright communism, depending on where and in what sort of flavor. Is that a great deal of it was a result of World War I. And I would not say it was a result of the specific outcomes of World War I, right? It wasn't just that the wrong side won the First World War or anything like that. It was largely a result of the social and political consequences of Europe tearing itself apart. Which is really what World War I was. That's really what happened in the First World War. Was that Europe, as a civilization, a kind of united civilization, ripped itself apart. And that each and every country within Europe basically wound up destroying each other and destroying themselves. Bait, huh? Or should I be digging? The birds. Can't dig in here. We can dig right here. No. It wants me to be able to dig. Where? But yeah, a large part of sort of how this happened was that, not even to be conspiratorial about it, not even to ascribe particular agency to any person or group or whatever, but I think a large part of what sort of happened was you had like a generation of fighting men leave their homes, leave their country, in the hands of the old, women and children, and people who could get out of fighting. In other words, people with too much experience, too little experience, or the wrong kind of experience. And women who didn't have political power at the time.
Being in love is... There you are, my darling.
What you wind up with is all sorts of, quite frankly, crazy revolutions
Kind
happening.
of joy even Jack can't destroy.
Yeah. No, it's a fascinating thing that you saw in places like Germany, in places like Russia, in places like a lot of the sort of Eastern
Have a
Bloc.
nice visit. I'm pleased to serve you.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Okay, he'll buy those. That's a good profit. Diamond, that's a good profit. Sapphires, those are good. No, that's not good. Decent price, but he doesn't buy them.
You won, and you allowed the powerful Whisper to live?
All right. Ah, Liberator.
Let's see.
I think we can do a special offer for you, sir.
Me. Wait.
You should give chase.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
What a man.
You won't be disappointed here.
If I can find a bright chainmail hat, that'll be ideal. See if I can see if he has one. It'll be the full suit.
Liberator.
I think we can do a special offer for you, sir.
Yes.
Whoa!
Here we go.
You
Full
should
suit.
give
Nice.
chase to those horrible minion things. Yes?
Anyway, like I was saying, it was a fascinating episode. Like all of Daryl Cooper's work, especially the Martyr Maid series, it's extremely dark. I mean, it's gonna have to be. It was a very dark time in history.
Whoa!
Frankly, the entire 20th century was. But first of all, I like his approach, because as always, his approach is to take it slow, methodical, and personal. He always goes through and tries to make these big picture stories very personal, very
There's an important quest
relatable.
card guild for you.
I have a lot of experience. Strength. It's 24,000. Oh. Toughness is armor. That's 9,000. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with Guile. $54,000. Wow. Okay. Let's do Divine Fury. I hope it increases the casting time ever. Yeah, I can't really afford to do any of these. Dang. Okay. And like I said, I absolutely recommend giving the podcast series a listen. If you haven't listened to the first episode of the series, do that first. Do that first. Absolutely. Because just like ultimately the story of the Second World War is part 2 in the series, right? The World Wars, so to speak, were there's a reason we call them 1 and 2. They link together, parts of the same narrative. In the same way, you wouldn't sort of delineate between the various battles and skirmishes during what we would call the 30 Years' War or the 100 Years' War. They're one thing. The World Wars were a thing, really. There was a lull in between wherein a lot happened, but still, they were one real big thing. That's fascinating. You can go plus and minus. Zoom in and out. My arrow keys don't move me around the map. But cool. Anyway, I didn't know that. Anyway. But yeah. Great series. Great series. Great series. It's funny, someone I forget where I saw this, but maybe it was just a tweet or something said that was talking about how somebody in hundreds of years is going to be talking about there will be historians debating the German War or the German wars of the early 20th century, and whether there was just one German war or if there were two or if there were several, and who was involved, and referring of course to the first and second, what we call World War I, World War II. Because again, that's a really ostentatious name for them. Only 100 years later, they may well get renamed. Yeah, let's try and boast. Let's see what boasts we can do here, huh? Rescue the archaeologist. No protection, naked. Without a scratch, take no damage, fistfighter, no weapons, magic. Let's try and do without a scratch.
Alright! Whoa! That's my man!
Alright, let's do it.
Lovely. Lovely.
I'm the mayor. I can just order him released, right? I can just do that. Yeah? Let's go find out. I kind of doubt that it's going to be that simple. But let's see.
May I help, or are you just...
Have a nice one.
I have rent to collect, don't I? I have children to read to, don't I? There's some rent.
Ah, hello again. A love story. How sweet. With a title like that, I'm sure this will be suitable for the children.
Oh no. Wait a minute.
Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education.
I'm worried. Did I give him the wrong book?
The way of the warrior doth take its toll on a hero's face, and ere long women will fly and escape before he can give chase. Scarred and dejected, a hero named Ralph stole all of the traders' riches. He made use of their gold and bought romantic gifts for all of the ladies. The women of Albion fell at his feet, and Ralph had the pick of the town, till he finally chose a pretty young girl and bought her a fine wedding gown. But too late did he see that love that is true isn't founded on wealth. His wife's only care was for money and gems he kept up on the shelf. By way of divorce, Ralph exercised his axe on her head. This he did mount up on the wall, just over the bed. So did the woman sadly become the world's first trophy wife, and Ralph did give up the matrimonial for the hero's life.
Not a very loving love story.
Wow!
No! Yes!
Yay!
Follow.
Wait, no.
Wait.
Wow!
Oh, yes! Hooray! All right. Yay! Can you juggle too? This is great!
Any books for
What
history
else we got?
is an important part of our curriculum here, so the old
Let's do one more.
kingdom would be invaluable. Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero.
Alright, let's see.
Can any of you tell me who built the ancient pillars at Lookout Point? Yes,
The people in the Old Kingdom, sir.
that's right. They once ruled all of
Who's this
Albion,
dude?
and the
What's he
ruins
doing?
of their cities can still be found wherever you go. The kingdom was founded by a great lord named Archon, who united Albion using the power of the Sword of Eons. But over time, the sword began to corrupt him, and the kingdom fell into darkness. Strange monuments were built to focus the magical power of the kingdom, and terrifying armored figures were summoned to guard them. But at the very height of its power, the old kingdom collapsed, and Archon and his sword disappeared. What happened to them? Nobody knows.
Come on!
Alright, I can do one more.
Do you have a donation? The final volume of the Great Creatures of Albion. Should give the little ones a good scare.
Yeah.
It
Alright, let's see.
Thanks to
One
this
more.
kind hero, today's lesson is from Volume 3 of The Creatures of Albion. If trolls ruled the land, and dragons the skies, then the mighty kraken are masters of the sea. A few men have ever seen a kraken, and fewer still have lived to tell the tale. Since before the times of the Old Kingdom, these terrifying creatures have lurked in the seas that surround Albion. Their tentacles can grow to be over 100 feet long, and are strong enough to crush a ship like kindling. A brave sailor once drove away a kraken by hacking off one of those gargantuan tentacles. But to kill one of the beasts, that would truly be a heroic task.
Come on! Go for it!
Right, that's all we got. So, alright, let's go to Bowerstone North, let's go to the jail, and let's get this archaeologist out. Again, I don't see why I can't just,
Oh, yes.
demand his release. I am the mayor. Presumably I could just do that. Right? Let's find out.
You have yourself
There were too many of them. We never stood a chance.
Oh.
They grabbed the archaeologist and took him up the hill there. I don't know what they're planning to do with him, but I bet it ain't gonna be pretty.
Oh.
You've
What
got
is
to rescue
that?
him. Quick, there isn't much time.
following!
Oh, I blew myself up. Okay. We did an autosave at least. That's nice. I'm gonna do an actual proper save. Yeah, let's do it here. Okay. Try this again. If we're gonna do this, the fireball thing, we have to be a little bit further away, I guess.
I'm right behind you. I've got your back!
Really?
Let's get them!
Are these things? Good lord!
That damn thing's off me!
Okay, well that boast is not going to work. That is extremely difficult, and my guard friends are completely dead. Moving right along, shall we? I still don't know what these things are, but okay. I think I'm gonna probably wrap up after this quest. Whether it's quite midnight or not, we'll see if this takes us to midnight or not. We'll see. Well, that's a mage one.
The minion summoner has erected a barrier.
Hey, over here.
Glad they just stood there for that. Okay then, moving along, shall we? Good lord, that was rough. Have I ever done the washing of the hands? You mean the washing of the feet? These things are tough. Ow.
The barrier is down. Hurry through to save the archaeologist.
Oh, okay. That was rough. Alright, let's keep going. So, Imsimp, you are asking about the washing of the hands? No, I've not actually. I don't think I've heard of that. Washing of the feet, yes. It's a traditional Holy Thursday. Piece of the liturgy, I guess you'd call it, a ceremony. It's meant to recall Christ washing the apostles' feet. Hate this. Timing of this sucks. Hey, blew himself up. Sweet. Are these things?
Your health is low. Do you have any potions or food?
God.
Not this way. Looks like they're taking him to the prison. Come on, before it's too late.
Prison?
Right behind you. I'm right behind you.
Okay. Where to? This way. Okay, got it. I need more potions. This is rough. Well, I'm glad we scouted this out earlier.
Hurry. They've almost reached the boat. You're running out of time.
Oh, please tell me this isn't timed.
I've got your back.
I'm gonna regret this.
Let's get them. Let's get them.
Open up and say, ah.
I shouldn't have done this.
I've got your back.
Oh, they killed each other. Sweet. Good news.
I'm right behind you.
There we go. Okay. Last one.
Following!
Okay.
You saved me.
Wow.
But then I'd still be safely in my
That was a
cave if
mistake.
it wasn't for you.
That was definitely doing it the hard
Yes,
way.
I know the way into Bargate Prison. I know everything, don't I? That's why I'm as good as dead if they find me again. Anyway, there's an ancient route into the prison through the Litchfield graveyard.
Ooh.
It hasn't been opened in centuries, but you'll have to figure that one out for yourself. I'm not sticking around here. I still know a few good hiding places.
Wow. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Wow, that was
Check the
that was
guild for
difficult.
more quests. You've received a new quest card.
That was extremely difficult. Wow. All
Check
right.
the guild for more quests.
All right. Let's go back to the guild. Let's see what's next. I made that way more difficult than I needed to. That was all my fault.
Good. Liberator. Good night. Ha! You've come
You have some
to the
potions,
right?
right?
place.
Yeah, that's worth it. That's worth it. I have 51 will potions. I need to actually start using those, don't I? Oh boy. All right. What do you want?
At night,
Oh
we hear
man.
the chants of the undead.
All right, let's see. Execution tree, rescue, or execution tree? Bandits have hired you to rescue someone as he's taken from the jail. No, execution tree. Bandits are planning on ambushing the guards. There we go. Taking a criminal from the jail outside Bowerstone to the execution tree. Kill all the bandits to stop them freeing the criminal. Yeah, I can take that. Darkwood disturbance. Investigating disturbance, Darkwood Lake. Alright, those are going to be fun for next time. And Traitor Massacre. Once again, this one. No, I don't want to kill all the guards and traitors. Jeez. Alright, I got a lot of experience from that, so let's actually do one of these, huh? I can afford that. Let's go with toughness. What do I got here? Really want more fireball. What's this one do? Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's very cool. That's quite nice. Slowing everything around you to a crawl, leaving the caster immune. Higher levels allow the caster to maintain the state longer. Bring the world nearly to a standstill. That's nice. Drain life. Is that evil? Yeah, only evil. I thought so. Summon. Wonder if this would be worth trying. Or if I should just save up and use the spells that I already know I like. I'm really tempted by this. That's a lot of experience, but I should do it, right? Yeah, better healing. I, of course, now can't afford Fireball. Better Fireball. Alright.
Liberator. The title suits
Okay.
you.
I think we can call it there, shall we? Well, thanks for joining me tonight. This game is getting fun. You guys didn't do any super chats. By the way, if you do want me to start playing Greedfall 2 sooner rather than later, please, you're welcome to do any kind of super chat type things via YouTube monetization. That will always help. Or if you want to contribute a little more directly, a little more efficiently, and you just need PayPal for this, you don't actually need to sign up for YouTube, whatever, right over there, ko-fi.com/Professor McCoy, right there. You can throw a few bucks my way, and it'll help. If I get enough, if I raise enough money to just buy Greedfall outright, if you guys basically get it for me, we'll start that on Tuesday, a week from today. Otherwise, we'll wait a couple of days. We'll hopefully get a little bit more, and maybe I'll make up the difference. We'll see. Anyway, that is, I think, going to be our next series. That's just partially gonna decide whether that is gonna be our new Tuesday game, or whether Fable is gonna become our Tuesday game. We're gonna follow this pattern, and then Greedfall will become our Thursday game. So we'll see. Until then, have a wonderful and blessed Triduum, Holy Week, first Sunday of Easter, first Monday of Easter, first Tuesday of Easter, until I see you that Tuesday evening for presumably more Fable, perhaps more Greedfall, or the start of Greedfall 2. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you guys next time. Till then, remember, don't be safe, be well. More importantly, be good. Night, folks.